Hey, good morning or good afternoon, depending on when I get this video out. Today, this is Anthony Thomas with BSN Collectibles, a division of Brand Shopping Network, where we sell comics, cards, action figures, and more. You can check us out at www.brandshoppingnetwork.com and shop the brands you know. Today on BSN presents the Pure Power of Comics Show. The Pure Power Comics Show. And this is episode 2. This is episode 2. I'm looking at something on my phone. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, it's picking up a voice thing. Yes. Today I got a great show planned for you. I got a lot of items to show. As you see before you, I have a book signed by Todd McFarlane, as well as Al Simmons, aka The Spawn, and I'm going to talk about that book in a few minutes. But first, I want to give you some comic news, as well as today I got like 14 things I want to share with you. So I'm going to try to keep it short, but I don't think so. So if you got some time, sit back and relax and enjoy the view. Today, I was looking at some news, and I'm going to share with you some news. Wendy's, everybody knows Wendy's. If you had some hamburgers, you know Wendy's makes some good burgers, and as well as shakes and fries. I love Wendy's fries. And Wendy's is said they like Marvel better than DC. And I'm going to read what they said. Fast food giant Wendy's knows what side it's taking in the great Marvel and DC debate. When it comes to the big two, Wendy's sides with Marvel. In the response of the question posed by prolific comic writer Gail Simone, Wendy's simply responded, Marvel. Much to the shock of some followers. I'm not shocked. Hey, I'm a big Marvel fan. I like some DC, but I'm more of a Marvel fan myself. I like I said before, I got more Marvel books than I got DC books. When later asked about its Marvel runs, when they listed Matt Frank Fractions Hawkeye, or they asking Wendy's what books do they like? You know, I mean, okay, I'm assuming they're talking to Wendy's owner or somebody in Wendy's they're talking to. So they don't specify who they're talking to. They just say Wendy's. And it like the stores communicating back with them, but obviously they're talking to somebody in Wendy's, or the owner of Wendy's, or somebody who handles their, I guess, media relationship. And the next book they say like Tom King's The Vision and the original Civil War, while also praising the artwork of former Uncanny X-Men artist Joe Mandaria, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'll go Joe Mad, and expressing fondness for the X-Men and Black Panther. And then you have, some people had some comics to say, a whole bunch of people had a comic, over 400 some people. And I'm continuing reading. However, earlier in the discussion, when this pointed out, it's merely stating a preference, and that all comics were cool. And that is true. Like the corporate Twitter account mentioned a love for Batman Hush and Booster Gold. Later on, is showing it is excuse me, it's just limited to one company. It isn't just limited to one company. It also had some discussions with followers about Marvel stories and whether its fans prefer DC or Marvel comics, or for everyone, a fan can still have debates about the two companies without being disrespectful or anything like that. Because I think both comic companies have a lot to offer the fans. DC obviously have a lot to offer. Even the independent comic company publishers have a lot to offer. But the two big boys in Marvel and DC, and they just that's what Wendy prefers. Now, Jim Lee and Dan D, Dan DiNino, they did their revenge by eating. They took a selfie of them eating. I think it was Burger King. Let me look. Hold on a second. Let me click on. I'm looking at this on. Yeah, let me just see what they did. I think it was Burger King that Jim Lee and them did. So I'm gonna look at this come up, and I'm looking at my time. But I think it's Burger King. Yep. Yeah. Stanley and Dan. No, not Burger King. McDonald's. My bad. They both eat some McDonald's. They're drinking obviously either soda or shake, and they're eating hamburgers from McDonald's. I'm not gonna read their story. I like Jim Lee. I'm a fan of Dan as well as Stanley. Jim Lee. I'm a big fan of Jim Lee. I'm gonna show some of his art that I won at the MegaCon, and also I'm gonna share some other news. But yeah, oh, man, that's cool. But all that does is bring awareness to the comic book field. That's marketing. That's promotion. I love it. I love what they're doing. I love that Wendy's is saying what they're saying. I love what Jim Lee and them are doing, because you know what that does? That brings awareness. To the fans and to the non-fans that, hey, this, you got these giants. You got the comic books out here. You got check it out. Check out the books. I love that. I love that. That's called promotion, marketing, advertising, whatever you want to, however you want to label it. I like that. I like that personally. So next up, and I ain't gonna spend too much time in that because they got tons of articles of what each company is saying about that. So I mean, you can go to CBR, you can go to Google, you can find all that stuff. But I'm local in Orlando, Florida, and our MegaCon is coming up in May. And the MegaCon is coming up in May. I think the last week of May, or the third to the last week of May. I hate this phone sometimes. It flips when you don't want it to flip. And it flips when you don't want it to flip. MegaCon Orlando, May 16th to the 19th at Orange County Convention Center, North and South Concourse. And so for the guests they're gonna have there is Back to the Future's cast, David Harbour, Jason Momoa. I'm probably killing his last name. From Aquaman. Sutherland. He's gonna be there. Stephen Emal from Arrow. Let me look at. Let me click the guess. I know I'm watching the names, but oh yeah, they got a whole bunch. They got a whole bunch. I would say go to MegaCon convention. They're gonna have Mike Cutler there from Luke Cage. Pamela Anderson, she's gonna be there. Baywatch Bob Wire, and so forth. You got Sean Austin from The Lord of the Rings. He's gonna be there. David Harbour of Stranger Things, as well as Hellboy. I guess he's playing the new Hellboy. Once Upon a Time, Lana Parella. I think I'm pronouncing her last name right. The whole Back to the Future crew, as well as Smallville. Some of the Michael, Tom, and Christine from Smallville going to be there. Boy Meets World, their team going to be there. So, and that's some of the celebrities. Let's see about the comic book artists. Have they got that listed yet? Nope, not yet. At least not, it's not showing up on the phone. Not yet. So, well, let's get started showcasing the products and talking a little bit about some comics on the Pure Power Comics today. Today is Saturday the 9th, February the 9th, and this is episode 2 of the Pure Power Comics. And I want to share so I'll definitely be at the MegaCon this year, and I will get some more books signed. I'm just looking at some paperwork that I write, some notes. And so, first up, I have, as you see before you, I have the Todd McFarlane, Spawn and Batman, signed by Todd McFarlane. And this right here, I just got this here because I got this signed in 1996. 1996. It's probably from some of you cats probably wasn't even born then, and some of you probably were. Well, I know some. You were. I ain't the only man on the planet. And this is the guide they give you, the schedule, the comic book schedule. This is one. This is from 1999, and it was out Orlando Expo Center. This is when I got this book signed at 96 at the Orlando Expo Center. And I think I got the guide in there in the collection. I just have to find it in the 96 version. But Todd McFarlane, he drew this storyline, and Frank Miller was the writer of this book. And I got it signed by Todd McFarlane, and I got it signed by Al Simmons. They both were there at the time. But I didn't get no certificate of authenticity then. I wish I had, what I know now. I wish I would have got that back then. But I was just, as a fan, just geeking out or just getting them signed. The artwork, it's Todd McFarlane. Back in his heyday, this is when he was hot. As far as an artist concerned, I'm trying to. That's when Todd was at the top of his game. And I got this sign, and as you can see, it hasn't. The pens is still good. Writer Frank Miller, artist Todd McFarlane, colorist Steve Olive, and letterer Tom. I'm gonna go with Tom O on that cause I'm not gonna kill his last name. I know I'll chop his last name up. Excuse me. And this is for Image Comics, as well as a little bit of DC, because you got Batman and you got Spawn crossover. So if you can get this book, get it. Great story, great artwork, and I even like and they got a thing on Todd and Frank on the back. Got a picture of Frank's Batman and in memory of Jack Kirby in there. One of the greats. Love Jack Kirby art. I'm an artist myself. I'll show you a picture I'm working on. I think I showed you last week, and I didn't touch it yet since last week. On the picture I got to my right, I have to paint it. Right now I got it drawn, and I'm doing some black painting in it. But I gotta, paint that. I'm doing. That's a commission piece I'm doing for someone. Jack Kirby. I love his stuff. I wanna do some of his books. So this is one. Book. This is a signed book of the week. Spawn. So if you can get that book, get it. Not even just getting it for resale value. I'm probably not gonna resell it. I may, depending on if I get a good offer, but it's in my collection. Obviously, I got this signed in '96, so if I wanted to sell it, it was so long time ago. '96, come on. I told you before, when I get books, I keep them. I got 76 long boxes, and I'm filling up a 77. I got 76 long box, working on number 77. Got that signed in '96, so that show you how much of a collector I am. One day I'll show you what I did for some of the kids when I worked in the school system. Now the next book I got is, I might show you that next week. What I did for kids in the school system, how I got books for them from Marvel and DC. I'll write myself a note and show you that next week. Let me write myself a note right now. The next book I got is the cover of the week. I love this cover, and I'm gonna just redraw this cover and on a big big poster or something like that, just so I can hang up in my room. And my thing is, I never claim to be original comic book artist. I love to study other comic artists' artwork, and by studying I mean redrawing their stuff. This cover here is totally awesome. I mean, just and let me just take it out the sleeve, and then I can just say, this is Mike Diotato Jr. Diotato Jr. If I'm pronouncing his last name right, Diotato Jr. Diotato or Diotato. Or if I'm just gonna go with Mike D. I don't wanna. I probably botch your last name up anyway. And I bought this book when it first came out. You know, and it's Split Decisions. Yeah, artist Mike Deodato, writer Bruce Jones, colorist Studio F, cover artist Mike Deodato Jr., Joe Quesada, editor in chief. But man, that is an awesome cover. The Hulk breaking through the wall. Man, could you imagine seeing that coming through a wall at you? Somebody help. I'm writing this stuff on Get a showcase. Yeah, so yeah, this is an awesome cover. This is the cover of the week. Hulk number 6, The Incredible Hulk number 6. Split decision 1 of 5. Split decision 1 of 5. And I got 2 of these that I know I got 2. Yeah, if you can get that, get it. It is worth the buy. But I love that cover. He's busting through the wall like, hey, no matter where you go, I'm gonna get you. and next up is honoring Stan Lee again. Like I said, I'm gonna honor Stan Lee all year long on the Pure Power Comics. And this one here is another book of Just Imagine Stan Lee, you know, crossing over and helping out DC. And this cover here is with Dave Gibbons. Just Imagine with Dave Gibbons creating Green Lantern. I like this. I mean, I showcased the Wonder Woman last week, and I like the way he redesigned Wonder Woman. I think that was the best outfit, you know, the costume was Wonder Woman. The Green Lantern one is similar to the Watcher's character. You know, he's blue and this guy's green, and plus he has a lantern. The only difference is he's the color, and he has a lantern in his chest, that symbol in his chest. But I like the artwork, and let's look at the back cover. Now, this is the front cover. Let's look at the back. Let me pop it on it, and we can see the back cover. Like I said, none of my books are CGC'd. Oh man, now this is cool. And let me see who's doing the artwork on this one here. Let me see. Let me see who's doing the artwork for this back cover. Adam Hughes again, man. He knocks. Okay, Dave Gibbons is doing the front cover, and Adam Hughes is doing the back cover. I haven't read. I haven't had a chance to read the storyline on the Stan Lee Just Imagine, because this is Adam Hughes again. That is sweet. That shows Green Lantern reaching. He's surrounded by bushes, and he's reaching through the trees or the bush. I think that is nice. Add some mystery to the character and stuff. But I like that. I like that. But I think, like I said, I might do put this back in the plastic. I might do I ain't gonna might. I'm definitely gonna do Dave Gibbons. I like that cover too, but I'm definitely gonna do George Perez, recognizing Mr. Perez. Books, I got tons of books signed by him when he came to MegaCon. Was it? I think it was last year or the year before last. He came to MegaCon, and I got a bunch of books signed by him. And I, stand in that long line because he was not only was he signing books, but he was also doing artwork for each individual that wanted artwork done. All you had to do just donate money to man, kill me for the the comic artist, for the comic artist. I keep hitting this camera, but he was doing artwork for that, and everything. This camera is shaking. So besides that, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get George Perez. Now, next up, I'm going to showcase some comic cards, and if you follow me, I showcase sports cards as well as comics, and also I'm gonna showcase a bobblehead today. Well, not a bobblehead, Funko Pop. Here I got some comic cards that I'm going to showcase. And what I'm trying to do, I know y'all say, well, he's taking his time. I'm trying to slow down because my wife say I talk too fast. I have a tendency to want to rush everything because I'm looking at the time, and I want to try to keep things going. So I'm gonna try to just keep a pace going. Here are the cards. Let me move the books out of the way. So first of all, we got Stan Lee, recognizing one of the great writers, creators of all times. I love the Green Lantern that he did. It reminded me of the Watcher character. I mean, he could have did a little bit more as far as the design, but I mean, only thing separates this from the Watcher to me, besides the power and everything else, is the green, as well as the symbol of the Lantern's lamp in his chest. And we got the cover of the week, which is the Hulk, Incredible Hulk, number 60. The storyline Split Decision. This is one of 5. And everything like that. Great cover. And signed book of the week is Spawn and Batman from Image Comics. And this is Frank Miller and Todd McFarlane. It was signed by Todd McFarlane and Al Simmons, aka Spawn, in '96 at the Orlando Expo Center in 1996. And that was cool. There was a lot of it was compared to MegaCon, it was smaller, much smaller, but it still was nice. It still was nice showcase convention. It was still a nice convention and stuff. And I got to meet Todd McFarlane and shake his hand, as well as Al Simmons. So for a fan, I was stoked. Now, next we got up is cards. The one I got up here is Divine Right. And this Divine Right is, let me see. Trying to get the lighting right. Yeah, because it's got that metal flake. Let me do this here. Let me move the camera down. There we go. That's Divine Right. And this is card number 20 from Wizard. This is, matter of fact, these came in the Wizard magazine. These cards came in each one with those numbers on there like that. They were in the Wizard magazine. You bought a Wizard magazine had a card in it. Because they each had their number. Divine Right, I thought, great characters that Jim Lee created. Great storyline. I think, yeah, but yeah, this card came out of Wizard. That was number 20. And I got a mix here. I just got 5 to showcase, and this is Iron Man from Wizard, and this is number 11. And this is a cut card. Information on the back by Iron Man. Iron Man, 185, yeah, without the armor. 425 with the armor. Height 6'1", without the armor. 6'7" with the armor. Real name Anthony Stark. And Vampirilla, number 16. Nice card there. These cards, I think about having them as a giveaway. I gotta figure out what they give away. If you got any ideas, shoot me a comment. And this is Harris Comics, but Wizard magazine, number 16. Man, her weight was 115, and her height was 5'11". Okay. Now she was 5'11". She weighed 115 pounds. That's skinny. And in some of their pictures of her, she don't look like she weighs 115 pounds. If she weighs 115 pounds and she's 5'11", she's 3 inches taller than me, and I'm 5'9", and I wear 190 something. Okay, she's skinny. Okay, next up, Spider-Man, number 8. Another cut card, like this card here. Like I said, I'm gonna do a giveaway on these cards. I'm not gonna try to sell them. I got to figure out what that giveaway is. I guess maybe, hey, certain amount of subscribers or something. You got any ideas, just let me know. And I got tons of these cards here. I got like 4 boxes of comic cards. And last card is Angela, number 1. It's from Image. I think it doesn't say. I think it says Todd McFarlane character, if I'm not mistaken. Nice picture. As you can see, it's a see-through card. Okay. And up next, while I pull this up, I'm gonna set them here. Right, something going on. Oh, excuse me. It's in the morning time, and I'm gonna have this probably published probably around noon time. I would like to have it morning time, but things just don't work the way you want it to. Okay, like I said, it's the 9th, and this is episode 2 of Pure Power Comics. If you're just tuning in, or if you're just, scanning through and watching. So just got the comic cards. I think I'm going to showcase the Comics for Troops next. Comics for Troops. Because I got the unboxing. But let's look at the Comics for Troops. Comics for Troops. All right. There we go. All right. The reason I keep bumping this during camera is because I got this handle on here with the stand. Okay, we got Vampirilla by Dynamic Comics, number 3. Paul Cornell and Jimmy Broxton. Now let's see who is who on here. Let's see. Cover A. I don't know if this is cover A. Let me see. It doesn't say. Oh, this is cover B. Yes, it does. Cover B. Kanan Yar. Okay, and it's KY and KB on this one here. I'm not gonna try to pronounce their names. I said Kareem B and Kane Y. They did cover B, which I have in my hand. And writer is Paul Cornell, artist Jimmy Broxton. So I'm assuming Jimmy Broxton did the inside of this. And this is Vampirilla by Dynamic Comics. And let me back that up. Vampirilla. I got light over it. And it's hitting this turn. There we go. That's gonna have to just work there. Next up is Outcast by Image Comics. And these books here are comics for troops. I got 5 books that I will be donating. These are 5 books that I will be donating this month. And artist is Paul A, as well as creator Robert Kirkman. Robert Kirkman and Paul A. I'm gonna go with A on this one. It's Azaceta. So, and the cover, I give the cover. Now I give this cover here C minus. I think they could have made Vampirilla look a lot better, a lot more sexier, because that's what they've been showcasing her as. And as an artist, I'm not feeling it. But, you know, art is always in the eye. It's, you know, as they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Art is the same way. And this is Outcast. And they took this cover design from Brigade from Image as well. This looks similar. When I first seen it, I said, wait a minute, I've seen that cover layout before. And it said Aztec After Lee. And and the next cover we got up here is the Dregs Black Mask. This is an independent one as well. This is Black Mask number 2. Pencil, ink, letters cover by Eric Zawaski, as well as writer by Zach Thompson and Lenore Naller. Or Lenore Naller. I'm probably pronouncing the name wrong. But I do like this cover. I give this cover a B. I just like the layout. You got the meat hooks, and you got this person, either he's dead or she's dead, and they're on a meat hook. I like the way they highlight the color with the yellow standing out and the yellow around the rope standing out. Then you got this in black, so you don't know if this person is a man or a woman, but you can pretty much tell it might be a man because of them hands and everything like that. But, you know, I think it's a good cover. I give it a B. Just for the mysterious of the cover, the layout of the cover. This next book is by IDW. It's CVO Convert Convert Vampiric Operation. Vampiric Operation, the artifacts. So I'm assuming they go around and they fight vampires. And yeah. And you got the cover art by Gabriel Hernandez and writer Jeff Murata. Oop. Yeah. I'm looking at the artwork inside. I give that. Give the layout. Maybe C. It's independent by IDW and CVO convert vampiric operation artifact, but C minus on artwork. I'm not a fan of the artwork inside. Storyline, haven't read it. Might be good. Not planning on reading it. I'm donating this. So the next one is next one I got up is Amazing Spider-Man #1, and this is a thick book. It's got several different stories in it. Cover artist is Roberto Ramis. Roberto Ramis. #1. And I'll be donating this as well in that pack that I sent out. So like I say, if you know anybody, and what I've been doing is also, because you can donate money, you can donate for our troops that have been hurt. I've been donating those to them as of late. So what we're gonna do is recap the books for Comics for Troops. These are the books I'm sending out this month. We got donating. You got the Spider-Man #1. You got the CVO covered vampiric operation. The Dregs. The Outcasts #25. And you got Vampirilla #3 by Dynamic Comics. And you got the Amazing Spider-Man #1. All will get donated in biking boards and plastic. Up next is I want to showcase this mouse pad. I got a mouse pad. I have mouse pads. These I have for sale. These are definitely going to be for sale. Use the power with www.gameshark.com. These mouse pads I have on eBay for sale for under $10. I think it's under $7, something like that. So you can get you one. They're brand new. They're in the wrapper and everything. Never been used. They're thick mouse pads and stuff. They're flexible. This pretty much they're black with a grayish lettering and stuff. With with a purplish circle. The logo. I guess that's Game Shark logo there. So we're selling these here for under $10. I think it's under $7, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look, but if you're a gamer and you need a mouse pad, I have the link below on the video, and you can go purchase these here. And up next we have I'm gonna do the unboxing of the week. I already got them bagged and board. These particular books. Well, you know what? Hold on a second. Let me before I go to unboxing, let me do the graphic novel. Graphic novel. Let me do the graphic novel. This particular graphic novel, I'm gonna do the graphic novel of it. Graphic novel of the week is this bad boy. I got two of these. And yeah, graphic novel. I got my backing board in plastic. And I'm gonna open this one here. I can tell you a little bit more about it. But obviously, it's the death of Captain Marvel. I can get this bad boy open. I got it sealed pretty good. Got it sealed pretty good. Got it sealed, and this is basically showing. Come on out of there. And this is showing. It's got a book sleeve over it. An actual book. It's got the book sleeve over it. The actual book is actually blank. I'll show you that. This is the book without the sleeve on it. It has the death of Captain Marvel on the bottom, blank, you know, and it has the words on the binder. Captain Marvel, the death of Captain Marvel's, Starling and Eagleheart and Broderick and Modich. This is from Marvel Comics, obviously. But this is the book without the sleeve on it. You know, this is the book sleeve as well. So and this is an iconic story, the death of Captain Marvel. Me personally, I wish they never would have killed the character, but Jim Starlin, he killed off another iconic character, was Robin. He just like going around killing characters. But this one here, you see before you, the heavens themselves blaze forth the death of Marvel's spaceborne superhero, Earth defender and protector of the universe. Captain Marvel battle a crazed Kree operation, then saves two worlds with Thanos. When Thanos affects Titan's worldwide computer system with his own madness, but a doom that even Marvel couldn't defeat eventually draws near, featuring the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and the X-Men, and much more. So I mean, Captain Marvel from outer space, obviously. He's from another planet, pre-world. They got a lot. Let me see what books did they actually take these from. And Thanos was one of his biggest villains. Okay, yeah. Yeah, these books came from Captain Marvel number 34 and Marvel Spotlight number 1 and 2 and Marvel Graphic Novels number 1. Yeah, Marvel comic. Like, let me show you this here. This is one cover that it showcased. Captain Marvel number 34. When he introduced Nitro, the man who can kill Captain Marvel. This guy's here, Nitro. Basically, he explodes. This character, he explodes and reform. What kind of power? He can have that power, dude. I never personally liked that power. That way, I mean, he's a bomb basically. He blows up and and then he reforms. He blows up and he reforms. Wow. I never liked that character. I kind of liked his look, but I didn't like his power. I'm gonna showcase you the other, show the other cover as well. This is the naked cover, Marvel Spotlight on Captain Marvel. This one here. Marvel Spotlight, all new #1 collector's item issue. Marvel Spotlight on Captain Marvel. I like Captain Marvel's design of his costume. I always thought he had a cool costume design. And like Neil Adams said, you take the lines off, he's basically a naked man. But I still like the, the design. Because who in their right mind would wear some tight stuff like that around? Nobody. But as for superheroes, it was cool. And let's look at the next one. The artwork was okay, and that particular issue was okay. I didn't think it was great. And Marvel Spotlight number 2. This is Marvel Spotlight number 2. Trapped inside Isaac, the living computer, Captain Marvel battles for his life, the madness within. And this is Pat Broderick, the penciler, Doug Mitch, writer, Bruce Patterson, the inker, and this is all in the graphic novel. This is all in the graphic novel. But these stories, like, that's a cool picture of it. Now let's find out. This is the death of Captain Marvel. And I got this book. Man, I got this book back there too. I got that in my books. I'll showcase that next week. I have this book, but basically what they're showing is here. But I actually have the book itself. Marvel Graphics novel, cause $5.95. The Death of Captain Marvel by Jim Starlin. Jim Starlin. He was the creator or the writer, author. I would say author. And you got colored by Jim Olive, lettered by James Novak, edited by Al Milgrom, and editor-in-chief Jim Shooter. Now in here, this is Jim Starlin. Yeah, his artwork is decent. He's a good artist. Matter of fact, I liked his artwork. I actually studied some of his stuff. And this picture here, they done did thing is they done did that before. That particular pose where they don't freeze instead of actually destroying him or they freeze him, or something like that. And script. I'm not gonna. And then the death. Captain Marvel. That was a big deal when this happened. But like I said, this is a good book. This is a graphic novel of the week. Graphic novel of the death of Captain Marvel. I have 2 of these here. And I think that's all I got, 2 of these here. And I picked those up from Coliseum Comics in Orlando, Florida. Well, actually, it was the one I bought it from was in Kissimmee, Florida. And they're out there by medieval time, if you're familiar with the area, heading out towards Disney. And one thing about you can't really see the lettering because of my lighting. That's something I have to get better at, is the lighting. I want to have something facing going straight this way, a better overhead lighting like that. Boom, see. Let me see something here. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. Back. So that's the death of Captain Marvel graphic novel. This is the hardcover, not the soft cover, but both of them are hardcover books. So now next up, I want to showcase some. And let me get some measurements on this here real quick before I bring it up to you. Let me get some measurements. This is this art. I'm gonna showcase you some Jim Lee artwork that I had done. Well, I didn't actually have it done. This is he did it on we was at MegaCon. This was last year at the MegaCon, and this is he did it on. Obviously, this is 7 backing board 6. Let's go. Let's just go 6 something. Let me get my other ruler. he did it on a backing board. He did 3 pictures on a backing board. He did Batman, he did Wonder Woman, he did the Joker, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Joker. And out of those 3, okay, 6.5 by 10. And I won the Joker. I won the Joker. And I won this Joker picture. Now, will I sell it? Not now. Maybe down the line. Maybe, I don't know. I like it. And the reason he said pick which one you want. It was the Joker, Batman, and Wonder. I wish I would have picked the Batman. I didn't really want the Wonder Woman. But hey, I said I like the Joker. That's why I picked it. But I also like the Batman. I told him, can I get both? He said, nah, you can't have both, but you can pick one. So I picked the Joker anyway. I like the Joker, and I was looking up on how much he charged for commission work. I mean, it's crazy. On how much he charged for commission work. Let me see if I can look that up right quick. Let me see. And the reason why, it kind of blew me out the water that, I mean, because this one guy was asking on Facebook, he wanted to get a commission piece done by Jim Lee. And Jim Lee was, and the guy, and he thought that maybe he can get, for maybe a couple of $100, he can get some artwork done by Jim Lee. And the guy said, well, you have to go to, like this year I won this. I'm going to before I get to that, let me just show you how I got this picture. Basically, I was at MegaCon convention last year. And this was at a panel where Jim was doing a panel, and he was doing an art panel, and he was, asking questions, and he was drawing at the same time. And this particular panel, or this particular time, he asked, hey, anybody with a pair of fingernail clippers, if you have a pair, raise them up, and you can win this picture. You can win one of these pictures. So basically, I had on a bright orange shirt, and it had Coliseum of Comics on it. And I stood up, and the lady said, hey, yeah, the guy over there with the bright orange shirt. And I always wear bright colors just for that specific reason. So I held up the fingernail toenail clippers. So and it was, I think it was like 3 or 4 other people had it, and I was the first one that popped up because I had it red in my front of my bag, my carry-on bag and stuff like that I bring when we go to the comic book convention, and that's how I won the picture, just by having a pair of fingernail clippers in my bag. And then somebody won the Batman picture by I think a Taco Bell receipt. He asked who he said who else, next who has a Taco Bell receipt. One guy got up and he said, yeah, I got a Taco Bell receipt. Got up there, he had a Burger King receipt. He had to sit back down, and then the other guy who had Taco Bell receipt, he got up and he won the Batman. He picked the Batman out of the Wonder Woman, and I forgot the Wonder Woman, what was the item that he wanted for the Wonder Woman. But that's basically how I won that the Joker, just by having a fingernail clipper in my bag. And well, I'm gonna get this here framed. I'll probably get it framed right now, but I got it in a comic book sleeve, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it picture frame or get it one of them comic book sleeves frame, because I'm gonna go to rareandcollectibles.com. They sell sleeves, special sleeves, and all that. And I might check out the one that Reggie collects, talks about as well as Bueller, comic books with Bueller. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Let me see where I can find that. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Find it. It was good because I'm part of Jim Lee's fan. Where is it at? Let me just go to. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find. I wrote it. I thought I wrote that down, but I didn't. But it's Jim Lee's. It was Comic Agent. Jim Lee's Comic Agent that sell his pictures, or you have to go through this agency to get artwork done, and Jim Lee charges thousands of dollars to do it. Different size headshots, body shot, full. I mean, you're talking about, if you got the money, he'll do it. I'm just trying to find that post, man. Huh? Oh, well, let me see. I can't find it. I found it. I put it at the bottom of the video. And you can click on there and you can see. If I find it, I'll put it at the bottom of the video, and you can click on there and you can see and go to that. If you want, a picture done by Jim Lee, how much he charges. Then up next, I'm going to showcase the comic picks of the week. I'm looking at what I already did. Come on, blah 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 blah. Unboxing. Calls. And this here, the next one I got coming up is by Jim Lee also. And this is Batman 55. Jim Lee is the artist. Scott Williams is the inker. Tony Daniel is the art inside. I like the art inside. Tom King is the writer, and John Livesey is the inking. And this is a variant cover. So this is a variant comic. So this variant comic here is Jim Lee. and I messed up on this cover. This particular book here. That particular book is Jim Lee. Tony Daniels did the inside. Scott Williams. This is Batman 45. And if you didn't actually see that down there, you wouldn't even know that's well, you'd know it's Superman, Batman, but you wouldn't even know it's Batman 45 because they got it in small letters. I don't know why DC is doing that. I know they're trying to get more into show the full cover artwork or something like that. They might trying to showcase it from artwork point of view instead of a DC logo and the logo point of view. If you got that on your newsstands, you will miss that. You would think that's a Superman book. If or you might think it's the Batman if you're looking for Superman. I don't know. But I like the artwork. It's Jim Lee. And the 80 years of Superman. Any time I have a whole bunch of Jim Lee stuff on here. Here's a picture of Jim Lee and Dan eating McDonald's because of what Wendy said about them liking Marvel over DC. I like that. And up next we have Elf Quest. I guess I have to find that link. Elf Quest is by Marvel Comics. This is Elf Quest number 10. This came out in May of 1986. And this is Jim Shooter is the editor. Creator, writer, artist Wendy Pini, and co-creator Richard Pini. Elf Quest number 10. Elf Quest. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some coffee. Hold on. Back.
As the pledge of
All right, still trying to find that on what's the name. All right, next up we have DC Universe. Batman Who Laughs joins the Legion of Doom. It's actually Justice League, but they got Legion of Doom on top of it. They got Black Manta, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and new character. You'll see who he is. And who did the artwork? I actually like the artwork. Huh? Writer James Tyon. Art cover Mike Gianni or Janie. And Jeremy Cox letter Tom N. I'm going on Tom. Variant cover. Jim Lee. This is not the variant cover. Because usually when they say variant, they have the cover. But the artwork is decent inside. Yeah, the artwork is decent inside. The Legion of Doom. And the cover is nice. I like the cover. Black Manta, Cheetah. And I don't know the name of that character, but like I say, yeah, I know he's popular right now. Hold on a second. I'm about to run out of power. And that won't be good. There we go. Yeah, because I don't want to start this over. Yeah. Legion of Doom. I like Legion of Doom, Solomon Grundy, and all them cats were in there. Next up, I've got Green Lantern. The next book coming up is Green Lantern. These are the unboxing that I pre-unboxed and pre-bagged and board. Pre-bagged and board. Right now, I'm doing a video, and my wife is in the other room. She's doing a podcast. Okay, the next one here coming up is Green Lantern #1. Green Lantern #1. This came out in 2000 of July. DC Comics. Can anyone tell me what DC stands for? Put it in the comment below. Artist is Brent Anderson, and Kurt Busiek is the writer of this particular book. And James Sinclair is the colorist. Joe Robinson is the inker. The cover is, I give the cover a B. C. I give the cover a C. C. I guess they don't have Sinestro in green, blue, but I think he looks better in yellow. And this is Green Lantern. Here it is, an all new tale from the Silver Age. Green Lantern. Fight, Green Lantern, fight. If you can't save the planet, Thangar from Sinestro. The universe is doomed. If you can't save the planet Thangar from Sinestro, the universe is doomed. #1. Okay, up next we have Manhunter. From DC Comics, Manhunter of #12. This came out here in April of 1989. Loser Weeper, Manhunter Loser Weeper. Yale, and the creators are Ostrana, Yale, Rice, and Marcus. And the cover, I give it a C minus. I'm not a fan of the cover because I don't understand what this character is doing, or what is he stomping, or what? Character design is, I do not like the artwork inside. I'll give it a D. Give the artwork a D inside. And let me see who's the artist. Doug Rice is the penciler. Doug Rice, if you're still doing comic art, I hope you got better. And the character, Manhunter, sucks. But that's my opinion. This is all my opinion. Look at that cover. Do you understand what the hell is going on? Excuse my friend. Going on with that cover? Is he stomping or what? But the character design is weak. Do not like it. That's probably good. But these books here I got from Coliseum of Comics in Orlando, Florida. And they sell them in packs of 10. And I bought like 10 packs of 10. And next up is Rat Queen. Now, I like this cover here. I haven't read it. I give this cover a B. This is from Image Comics, Shadow Line. This is issue number 10. And cover's cool. Co-plotter Curtis J. Webby. And author Owen, illustrators Owen Jennings, if I'm pronouncing that person's right. Almost look like the comic, that doll comic artist work. So they got like several different artwork inside. I give it a C. Artwork inside is a C. Cover, I give it a C plus. Give the cover a C plus. I like the hand character. Either character is small, like a rat, and that's a giant hand. It's got that person. Now this next book is one of my favorite TV shows from Malibu Comics. This is issue number 1. And this particular book I will keep and put it in my own collection. This is number 1. I like the cover. I'm a big fan of the series. I have watched the series 3 times, and I'm on the 3rd time watching it again. And I love the writing. I love the characters, and the cover here I give it A. And inside the artwork, the cover I give an A. I like the cover. But the inside I give it a C inside. Actually, I give it a C minus inside. I give it a C minus inside, but it's still gonna stay in my collection. Ryder Field Crane, Rob Wingam, or Wingame. I'll say Wingam, or Wingam. Rob Wingam, penciler. So I don't know if Rob Wingam did the cover, because the cover looked like it's painted, like a painted cover or pencil, or pencil cover. And this is, without further ado, Star Trek Deep Space Nine Special. So this will go in my collection. This is from Malibu Comics. Deep Space Nine. At the edge of the final frontier. And up next we have the Ultimate Spider-Man number 56 by Bagley is the artist and Venus is the writer, obviously, on this one here. And this is Hollywood Part 3. Hollywood Part 3. Let me push that back a little bit more where you can see. And up next we have Submariner #1. And I think this came out in 1984, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna pull it up. #1 in a 4 issues limited series, Prince Namor, Submariner, the Submariner. And penciler pencil is Bob Badowski, and J.M.D. Mattis is the writer. And this came out September 1984. September 1984. The cover I'll give a C+ on this one here. Now the cover here I give that A. I like that cover. This cover here I give a C+. Of Submariner. That's a C+ there. C+, because I like the layout, but I think the art. Now this, like I said, this is my opinion. You might give it an A. That's your opinion. My opinion, I give it a C+. And the inside. Let me hold on. The Manhunters. Same thing. Inside is the same as the cover, C+. Now next I have the last of unboxing of comics. It's X-Men #1. Astonishing X-Men of a brand new era. You got Colossus on the front cover. You got Beast, Holocaust, and I think it's Warpath, if I'm not. And Greg Land is the artist, so you know how that goes. I give the cover A, and the book inside the artwork I give it A+. I'm a big fan of his artwork. And this is now. This is Astonishing X-Men, first issue of a brand new era, but it's saying Marvel #13. So this is not the. This might be the team switching over, something like that. Let me see something. Missing. Astonishing. Okay, here we go. Trying to find this. The writer, Matthew Rosenberg, writer, Greg Land, penciler. This came out in 2018, September, this last year. Yep, number 13. This is issue 13. This is issue 13. And Astonishing X-Men. First issue of a brand new era. So with that, we did quite a bit so far, showcasing. So I hope you're liking the show so far of the showcasing of comics and the different things, the news. That's crazy with Wendy's liking Marvel over DC. I think personally Marvel has better characters than DC. DC try to make their characters all wholesome, especially Superman, Batman, and all. Batman ain't wholesome, but Superman and some of those characters follow him, like Flash and all that crap. But I think Marvel has more character in their superheroes. That's why their movies do so well. Now, what I'm going to showcase now is some books that I think on how the comics. I was talking about adding value to the comics last week, and I showcased X-Men, and I forgot to showcase the one book that folds out. I showed the connecting books of the X-Men, number 1 by Jim Lee, that sold 8 million copies plus. But I forgot to showcase the one book that's is biased. It's a fold out cover. The other ones that I showed was connecting. You put them together, they make one big picture. But this particular book here, it's a fold out cover of the same picture. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the book, what I'm talking about. And I'm going to open one up. I got 3 of these here. And that's, and in this particular book, Wolverine has both claws pop. He has both claws pop. And everything like that. And I got 3 of these that I could find. And without tearing this or something like that, I'm going to try to show that. And let me move my coffee, or it won't be no big situation going on there. If you can see that, I'm going to, see they all connecting here. So, it's one big poster. One big connecting post by Jim Lee, the artist, and Scott Williams, the inker. Totally awesome. And on the back of it, it's another poster on the inside of the X. If I'm not, on the inside of other X-Men. Other X-Men. Like that. That's the inside of that. So he did artwork on the outside and inside. I don't know if I think he probably drew this one here, and then he drew that one, obviously, and they just printed both on, one on one side, one on the other side. And I have 3 of those that I could find. 3 of these. 3 of those I could find. And I'm about to wrap this up. I'm gonna show The last thing I'm gonna showcase and I'm gonna talk about is how the comics added value. This is from, I forgot to showcase these last week from last week with Jim Lee, and how the comics added value to their books. And by doing this here, Marvel and them knocked it out the park. They made $8 million, probably plus, off this one. This first issue that Jim Lee did. What, four covers, and they turned that into 4 books of the same story. And actually it's 5 covers, because it's one connecting 4 cover, and then they broke it up into 4 covers. So by doing that, Marvel made $8 million plus off that one book. Now the next book I want to show how they used the lettering, just like it was in that graphic novel of Captain Marvel. They did this series here. I've been trying to find number 5 of this series. Contact my local comic book shop. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to try to find somebody else. And this is for my own personal collection, not to be sold on my e-commerce store or to be sold on eBay. I'm keeping this for my own personal collection. And this is the Secret Wars series. Nick Fury's in charge of that situation. And here you got, on the front cover, you got Spider-Man. Brian Michael Bendis is the writer of this. And I can pronounce his name, Gabriel Del Otto. Gabriel Del Otto is the artist. And when I'm talking about the lettering, I'm talking about the, how they have the shiny letters. Is, it's a name for that. And this is book 1 of 5. I got 4 of 5. I think number 5 has Daredevil. If anybody got it and they want to sell it, let me know. I want to buy it. And if it's in decent condition, I want no crap. If you got crap, you can keep it. But if it's in decent condition, I like to buy it to add to my collection. The next one I have, that's book 1 with Spider-Man on the front. I like the simplicity of the cover. Basically, it's a black cover. They having the silver letters on this one here. That, the shiny silver letters and everything. So when you and reason why I think comic companies, and I'm pretty sure you can agree with this, the reason why they do stuff like this here, when how they're adding value to the comics, is when you have so much competition and you have so much shelf space that you gotta fight for, you want to make your book stand out. And just by having those silver letters up there, okay, I'm gonna walk past that, boom, that's the first thing I'm gonna notice is a silver letter. Then I'm gonna notice, okay, Spider-Man is popping out of that cover, okay, because you got the black background and everything like that. And once I look in detail, I see you got Luke Cage, you got Nick Fury, you got Daredevil, you got Captain America. So I think that was cool the way Marvel did this series here. And then number 2 is Wolverine. I thought that was just totally awesome. Do the pose I like? Yeah, I can. I think the pose were okay. I don't see Wolverine in some more iconic poses and stuff and all that. But the artwork is awesome. Yeah, the detail in his arms and in his body and his chest and everything, and his face. You can't get away from that. If you seen somebody coming at you like that, I'm going the opposite way. So, but here he has the letters in almost like a gold color here, and this one here to match Wolverine's, And this is book 2. Now, this one here, I got 2 of Captain America. This is Captain America, book 3 of 5. And look how Captain America just pops off that cover. Gabriel Del Alto, he did an awesome job. This book came out in, let me see, when did this series come out? Let me look inside. Let me look inside. I know it came out in the. This book came out in October of 2004. This series, Secret Wars. Well, it came out in 2004. So this So if they did it monthly, so this is 4, 3, or 5. So the first one might have came out in August. Let me double check. Let me see when Spider-Man came out. And dude, they did the inside. Gabriel, he painted the inside as well. Oh, April. The first issue came out, so it wasn't actually. It probably must spread out because I can see why it might have been spread out because he was painting. He was painting the inside. I mean, unless he used computer, unless this was all computer done or something like that. But if he's painted this, I can see why it took some time. So the first issue came out in April of 2004. So it's all that I remember of Alex Ross style of stuff. So this was April 2004. And this is, I have 2 of the Captain America, 2. And the last one I got is Black Widow. I'm trying to get this back in there without messing it up. The last one I have is Black Widow, and this one came out. Let me see when they came out. So we see that the Captain American came out in August. Spider-Man came out in April. Wolverine he obviously came out in between there. This one came out in May. Whoa. So. All right, let me write myself a little note here where I can get this right. So this came out first one came out in April. And August. When did this one come out? So the Black Widow came out in May of 2005. Okay. So, and Wolverine came out in July of 2004. So, number 1 came out April of 2004. Number 2 came out in July of 2004. Number 3 came out in August of 2004. And number 4, I guess because of the holidays maybe or something like that, came out in May of 2005. So, I mean, okay, April, May, June. First one came out in April. Then the next one 2 months later came out in July. April, May. and then number 4 came out, number 3 came out, and a month after. So maybe he put 2 under his bag before he released it. Oh, let me see. No, my bad. Came out in October. So you had April, number 3. Okay, this one. Let me just read them back off, because I got them all. Okay, this one came out in April. This one came out in July 2004. This one came out in October of 2004. So then they waited almost October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Talking about eight more months after number 3 came out, number 4 came out. So as a fan, I'd have been disappointed. Cause you got number 3, and you waiting almost a whole nother year to get number 4. And I don't have number 5. I want to get number 5. So, and one way they add in value to their books by, this one here got a purple cut, lettering up there, everything, so that makes the book stand out as you walk by. But time-wise, there was a lot of big gaps in there. And I understand why the gap, probably the holidays, somebody getting sick, they want to keep the same artist for the book and everything. He might have had other obligations and stuff like that. But he painted the inside as well as the out cover and stuff. So, and by doing that, that took away value from the book because of the time lapse in between, especially number 3 through number 4. That was an 8-month gap. An 8-month gap before the next. So I wonder when number 5 came out. I have to get it. Somebody got it, or if somebody know, put it in the comments below. If you know when number 5 came out, and I know I could look it up on Google, but interaction. But if you know when number 5, put it in the comments below. On the Secret Wars series. But if anybody has book 5 of this series, let me know. And if you have it at a good price, I would buy it off you. Now, I'm going to wrap this up because this has almost been 2 hours of doing this. And I was going to do a storyline, but no, that's going to have to wait. I may do that by itself. Reggie Collects, I want to just, if anybody sees this and they watch this video, tell him to check out Green Lantern Sinestro Corp Special #1, that series. Check out that whole series. And Van Skeever is the artist in this. The writer is John. Let me see who's the writer. And this particular book I had signed by Skeever. He signed this. I got the certificate of authenticity and all that good. And this was in 2015 that I had this done when he was here at MegaCon in Orlando, Florida. My wife actually took the book. I was at one booth getting something signed, and I gave her a handful of books to take over to him, to him to get signed. And in this particular book, I give the artwork a storyline is awesome. I give the storyline an A. The A plus on the storyline. The art I give an A as well. A plus on the storyline, A on the art. Ethan Van Sciver and writer John Geoff Johns, writer. But look at that yellow. Don't he look better in the yellow? I mean, to me, it just matches his skin color better. Not the green. But it's a good book. Reggie Collects. If you're watching or if somebody's watching, let him know. Or I'll let him know in his video on Watch It. He need to get this book and get that series on that whole thing. He would enjoy it. So that would do it for today. And I'm going to show you what I'm actually working on art-wise. I'm going to remove the camera from the base. Just bear with me. And this is what I'm working on. This is on plywood, treated plywood, and it's a Ghost Rider and Spider-Man painting I'm doing, a commission piece. And basically I drew it already out, did some, that's me just messing around with black paint. I just did that. It's on the floor, obviously it's not on a stand. And got my art supplies and stuff over there, and behind it I got art supplies and things. I got some stuff that some people donated to me, some paint that I don't know if I can use it. That stuff there, I don't know if I can use that, but I'll mess around with it. But I used some real good paint for this stuff. But yeah, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, and I'm taking this, and this person wanted it from this book here, Spider-Man number 18, and this is Eric Larson cover, Revenge of the Sinister Six, and that's why the guy said, can you draw this for me? And I said, yep, for X amount of dollars. So this is the book, and this is the painting. And maybe I'll videotape it while I'm working on it. I sketched this out maybe 2 weeks ago. And this is on what I wish I would have did. I wish I would have smoothed that out a little bit more when I drew on that. But I didn't. So and this is a tall bad boy. Forgot the measurements. I took pictures of it and emailed them to him, and he was happy with it. I just gotta paint it. And you say how much I'm charging? I charge by the square footage. And it is tall. This is me standing up. I'm 5'9", so it's a big painting, and it's out of wood. So, and I gotta ship it to them too. All right. So that would do it for today, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of this camera. Pure Power Comics from BSN. And everybody have a great weekend, and Saturday night. I'm gonna post this here by 1 o'clock, and today is the 9th of February. Until then, until next week, we'll see you later. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and tell a friend. And I got some ideas for some other shows that I'm gonna do. As far as I think I'm gonna do some kid stuff and some kid artwork and everything like that for children. I say children artwork, children books. But that's on the list. I got tons of things on the list that I want to do. So maybe I might, like the artwork, maybe I might just showcase me just doing some painting on the artwork, and that might be the show, you know. Yeah, and something like that, or but you tell me what you want to see. All right, and I'll add it to my list. Everybody have a great weekend.